Hi, I'm Najeen, and I've been working in the tech and design field for over 10 years. 3 years ago, I began working on actual UX tasks and deliverables for various clients, and since then, I've been implementing projects using the user-centric design strategies and tools that I'm going to show you today. Have you ever asked about the target audience and user needs during a website kickoff meeting and gotten this type of response?
We target everyone.
Engaging with our content.
We want users to get drawn further into the website.
As a designer, I know I'll need more information than this to provide a positive web experience. Rather than going back to my computer and comping up a design for which the client will probably just react to color and font choices, I go back with my team to begin our UX process. So I have tools and processes in place to determine target users and the best content to reach them and keep them coming back. One tool I use is called the Feature Value Matrix. Let me show you what it is and how it fits into the UX process. Here you'll see it indicates the priority and hierarchy of tasks that may be performed by different user types. It takes all the features or tasks you'd like to include on your website and puts a weighting of importance to each one. And these are based off your user personas, which we'll talk about a bit later. So what are the benefits to the tool? It'll show you how different users may share or have common tasks or interests. Some tasks will need to be performed by different user personas, but may have a different level of importance among them. For example, sharing an image on Facebook may be very important for one user, but just nice to have for another. The Feature Value Matrix helps prioritize these tasks as the priority levels may not be so black and white. So we've covered the what, why, and how to use the Feature Value Matrix. Now let's see where and when we use it. Here is the UX process that I follow. It has 5 pillars of tasks and deliverables, and most often these have a deliverable or documentation associated with it. Though we won't be reviewing all the pillars and components today, I'm showing you this to emphasize that each pillar and component is built off one another. This means what we determine in our user research affects other components in the process. For example, the more specific you are when you create your user-critical tasks, the more detailed you can get in your feature list. And this is what helps prioritize what content to include for your users. Here you'll see the Feature Value Matrix comes into play after gathering business requirements and conducting user research. We'll also touch upon the business critical tasks and user critical tasks as they are the backbone of the Feature Value Matrix. Now let's see the Feature Value Matrix in action. Here's an example of a client I supported in 2013. And we did user research and determined our 4 user personas. We then determined why each user persona is visiting the site. So we asked what specific tasks are each one trying to accomplish. Next, I determined how the client can help each person accomplish their tasks so they have a successful interaction with the website. These are the critical tasks I mentioned earlier. We clearly state in a sentence each the primary critical task for each of the user personas. The goal is to aid the user in accomplishing this task intuitively. The business critical tasks are the answer to how the website will help the user accomplish their critical task. When determining business critical tasks, we need to look back at our requirements and weave those into how the business can also profit from satisfying each persona's needs. This is where the Feature Value Matrix comes to play. You will take all the business critical tasks and prioritize which ones are the most important, and these will become the key features on your website. Using Excel or Google Sheets, the Feature Value Matrix is set up like this. It provides a cross-sectional view on how to meet the various needs across multiple personas. Here's how it works. Vertically on the left, you'll see total available features that users would expect a site like this to have. Across the top, we have our personas, and we assign an arbitrary weight to each one. And this number should represent the importance this customer type represents to the business. Next, we assign each feature a score as it relates to each persona. And then we calculate a weighted sum in the weighted sum column. The final numbers represent a prioritized quantification of your feature set. The higher the number, the higher the priority. In this example, we can see that this feature providing an easy way to find desired movie clips is a no-brainer. It's a must-have for Watson and Trevor and a should-have for our other 2 personas. So all of them will benefit from being able to find movie clips, which makes sense because it's a movie website. However, 2 of the features are only helpful or nice to have, so they are less of a priority. Now, these are just 4 features of many that were evaluated for this client, and these are based off the critical tasks for the business. Usually we have about 3 to 4 per persona, but I'm only showing you a small amount here not to overwhelm you. A final and very helpful benefit to the feature value matrix is the actual deliverable. The ability to show the client this document will help you when you need to evaluate even a simple feature change request from your client at later points in the project. Though we define separate personas in the project, the feature value matrix now brings it all together. Thanks for watching and see you next time.